What's up, you guys? It's Jono! Welcome to another episode of my Pokemon Legends Arceus request series. Today we're on request number 110, Wormadam's Path of Solitude. This is another one of those requests where you have to complete the Path of Solitude challenge over in the training grounds. We've got Gared here, and he gives us a whole bunch of requests. It's actually a ton of requests. After you complete request number 102, which is the Daybreak request as a part of the Daybreak DLC. Of course, if you've gotten through all of that, then there's not much left to do in the game, and these challenges are really fun. And of course, if you're like me and you want to complete every single request in the game, then you gotta get through them. So for this request, we're going to need to catch a Wormadam, and as you already know, there's 3 different forms of Wormadam, and there's a trick to this request. This Path of Solitude challenge requires the pink Wormadam, the Trash Cloak, which is also a Steel-type Pokemon, and you need the Steel-type advantage to get through the challenge Pokemon, which is a level 70 Togekiss, so this is a very challenging battle indeed. Of course, Togekiss has got Air Slash, and we are weak to that, so we've got to use our Steel-type advantage. I'm going to tell you everything you need to do to your Wormadam to make it strong enough to get through this battle, but I do highly suggest starting out with a Wormadam from the Alabaster Icelands, like I showed, because it will be extremely high level, and you won't need to spend as much candy to get it powered up. Alright, so your move set on this particular battle is going to be very important. You should have Iron Head already, and you actually don't need anything more than Iron Head. If you do want to get Flash Cannon or Steel Beam just as a backup plan, you're certainly welcome to do that. I did it as a backup plan for me. However, I did not need to use those moves whatsoever. I was able to get through the battle just with the Iron Head that came on my Pokemon. So go ahead and change your moves, and you're going to want to power up as well. So I'm going to show you all the stats that you want to power up. If you're rich and you have tons and tons of XP candy and tons of grit dust and grit rocks, then sure, just power up your Pokemon all the way. However, if you're not super rich and you don't have a ton of XP candy, then you're just going to want to focus on the main stats that you need, which is attack and defense. You're going to be using Iron Head, which is a physical attack, and Togekiss will be using Aerial Ace, which is also a physical attack. So you just need HP, attack, defense, and speed. I always recommend to do HP and speed for every single Path of Solitude battle. These are extremely challenging battles, and you want to take those stats to 10 for any Pokemon, aside from Magikarp is the only one where speed really doesn't matter, which is kind of funny. Anyway, we'll cover that on the Magikarp video. You also want to do attack and defense in this case, but for other Path of Solitude battles, you do want to research what moves are the Pokemon going to use, and just don't waste up all of your grit rocks, because those are actually really hard to come by. So in terms of level, you do want to be about level 65 to 75. You don't have to use all of your candy because Wormadam started out a high level, and you can try to catch the best level possible by visiting a few trees. However, you should be able to just take the first Wormadam that you see, upgrade the stats, make sure that it has Iron Head, and go straight into this battle, because it's actually not that hard of a battle once you have the correct Pokemon. Alright, here we go, you guys. We're going into battle. Keep in mind, Ingo does have an option to select Pokemon, so you don't have to go all the way back to the stables to put your team together. You want to have only Wormadam on your team and no other Pokemon in your party in order to engage in this battle. So let's get started. Ingo is ready to go, and so are we. We've got our high level Wormadam in the Trash Cloak. It's got Steel type moves, and this should be an easy enough battle as long as we can withstand those Aerial Aces coming from Togekiss. Now, even though I maxed out my speed, Togekiss still went first, so they got the speed advantage on us. Now, I'm also using Agile Style to see if I can get a couple of moves in a row, and I was able to do that. However, I mentioned earlier that Togekiss is going to go Agile Style on me, and it's extremely effective, and you want to make sure that you can withstand at least 3 Aerial Aces coming from Togekiss in order to get through this battle, and that's why we had to max out our defense stat, so we were able to get through all of those hits coming from Togekiss. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I did fail this battle over and over and over again. It was really hard to get through. Trash Cloak is the only Wormadam that can get through this battle. You cannot even try any of the other Wormadams. They simply can't last through the battle. So once you complete this battle, Ingo will give you his typical rewards for completing the challenge, and he will also put the red mark on Wormadam's Pokedex page, which is really cool. I eventually want to get that red mark on every single Pokedex page, so that's going to be a challenge for me. Let me know down in the comments, are you guys going to do more Path of Solitude challenges? I'd love to hear it. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. You can talk to Gared in order to complete the request and receive your reward, and we'll move on to the next Path of Solitude challenge. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you to all of my amazing subscribers, and peace!